Johnny Rock Show, Rockin' 101, the Rock Station.
Live in London. Well, he's 5 minutes late, but that's okay. Anything for Dave the Snake Sabo of Skid Row. How you been, brother?
Man, Johnny, I'm so sorry. I apologize. But I want to thank you for taking the time and being patient with me. It means a lot to me.
Oh, tell it to the judge. No, anything for you. The new album and concert film, Skid Row, live in London, available now. CD, DVD, and 2 LP at skidrow.com. All major digital platforms. I have to ask now, I was just playing Youth Gone Wild, recorded live in London. Is that the new lead singer? Because it certainly isn't Lizzie Hale.
That's our singer, Eric. And this is, Eric did the Gangs All Here record. And then Eric was able to spend I'm almost 3 years in the band, but whether you know or not, Eric's a cancer survivor, and he had a bone marrow transplant in order to put him in remission. And he immediately, once he was in remission and started getting some energy back, he immediately wanted to, get back out and start singing again. And so we called him up and said, "Hey, man, we just recorded a record, and we'd love for you to sing on it." And he sent them the music, and he did. And then all of a sudden we started touring. And we could see early on that his health was still not there yet. And he knew it too. And so we did the best that we could with his situation. And he gave us all that he could. But it got to a point where it just was, it was too much for his body at that particular point. And the way we tour, it's tough. It's a grind. And we attempted to compromise and come up with a situation where it would benefit his health. But after speaking with his doctors and him and his family and stuff, it turned out to be that we just wouldn't be able to work it out from a health perspective for him and from a sort of an economic standpoint for the band. We didn't want to go and, we go in and have to go postpone more shows and things like that, and then have to make them up later on down the road. It wasn't good for him, and it wasn't good for the band and stuff. So, but we're thankful for the time that we got to spend with him. He's a great singer, and we were able to, do two records that we're really, really proud of. And like I said, the Gangs All Here, which I'm extremely proud of. We all are. And then the live record, which is, we had been toying with the idea forever of doing a live record, but it never felt right. And then this situation with going to London to play at the Forum, which is one of our favorite venues, and the way the band was hitting on all cylinders at that particular time, and it just felt like, let's capture this, because we'll never know when we won't have an opportunity to do this again. And it turns out that I'm so thankful that we did, because of Eric's health situation and where we are now. But it's a great representation of our time with him in the band, and also a celebration of the music that we've created over the past 35 years.
Our guest is Dave the Snake Sabo of Skid Row, the new album concert film Skid Row live in London. Get it now. CD, DVD, 2 LP at skidrow.com and all major digital platforms. Okay. Story time here. You and I, Minneapolis, St. Paul. You're opening for Bon Jovi on the New Jersey tour. I'm the guy. It's my fault, Dave. I'm the guy that put Runaway by Bon Jovi on that WAPP hometown album back in the day in New York City. And so I had the pleasure of escorting you to a gentleman's club called Solid Gold in Minneapolis, St. Paul. And oh boy, you had the time of your life. And then after the gig, after the strip bar, apparently you went back to the hotel with some Hungarian stripper. And you know where this is going? The next night backstage, I said, how'd it go? He goes, he being you. Oh, she came out of the bathroom naked and said, it's Deek time, which is Hungarian for it's. Do you remember that, or is it all a blur?
Well, it would have been a blur, but it's such a vivid memory in my brain because how do you forget that?
Oh man, yeah. I knew. I knew you weren't making it up.
Misspent youth. But thank you for corrupting me while I was out on the road. I appreciate that.
Oh, it's my fault. You know, I talked to Rachel last year, right before Thanksgiving. He said, "I'll tell that story around the Thanksgiving dinner table." I hope he didn't. He didn't, did he? No.
Well, you know what? I'll save mine for Christmas.
Okay, it's the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah. In fact, hell. Backstage, John grabbed me and said, hey, thanks for taking care of my guys last night. I'm like, I think they took care of me. Yeah, it's... Yeah,
I'll tell you what. Your Minneapolis, St. Paul has always been great for us. For some reason, all these years later, we still, and throughout the years, we still do really well in that area. And I love the people there. You obviously have always been very, very supportive of what we do. And I do remember Solid Gold. I remember it well.
Okay.
And
yes.
And we that might have been the first time we were there, but that was not the last.
Okay. Well, hey, it's still open under a different name, but you don't want to. I don't know if you want to go in there. Although I hear the Hungarian stripper is still working there. Wondering where you are.
Oh.
Okay. Well.
Oh my God.
It's Deek time.
That makes one of us.
Okay. Well, Dave the Snake Sabo of Skid Row, new album concert film, Skid Row live in London. Get it now. CD, DVD, 2LP, skidrow.com, all major digital platforms. Wow, that was a...
And I also want to thank you for having your Vikings steal a game from my Jets.
Oh, well, you know what happened? Your quarterback went out and scored some ayahuasca, and if he'd stop tripping balls, maybe he'd be okay. But all right, hey, listen, you come back anytime, and it's always a pleasure walking down memory lane with Dave the Snake Sabo. We will talk soon, okay?
Well, thank you, Johnny, and thank you again for all your support throughout the last 35 years.
Oh, man.
We greatly appreciate it, and many more years of success to you.
Well, you know what they say. It's Deek time.
The Johnny Rock Show. Rockin' 101, the Rock Station.